Hello, and how you doing, folks? Once again, it's yours truly, Randee Ran, and welcome to another version of RandeeRan.com. Today, we spoke to Dr. Steve Perry, who's a very good friend of the show, and today we spoke with him about the up-and-coming, brand new talk show that he is going to be having on Fox TV, January 7, January 7, 2019, and I tell you the truth, I'm a big fan of Dr. Steve Perry, so he could bake a cake and I'd get excited about it. But he has a new talk show called Breakthrough with Dr. Steve Perry. And again, it's going to be on Fox TV, January 7, 2019. And we talked about his show, of course. And we also talked about what we can expect from his show as he's making a bit of a leap, and I commend him for that, from going to from an educational expert to doing a talk show and helping people uh, with their own personal and individual breakthroughs, uh, or with issues that are affecting them in their everyday lives. And I've seen a couple of clips from the show, and I'm already hyped for it. It's going to be a good deal. It's going to be a good deal, and I'm really looking forward to it. Uh, he also talked about some of the people that were on his show, why they were there, what breakthroughs they were seeking. And uh, this, I think, were from the clips of the trailer that was sent to me by Yusuf Salam. Many thanks to him, as always. And to tell you the truth, you know, when you go through change, in other words, you go from doing one thing and then doing another, you know, uh, I'm sure there are a lot of issues that you may not have contemplated, or maybe you have contemplated. And he seemed to have made the transition very seamlessly. Of course, he's still the founder of Capital Preparatory Magnet School there in Hartford, Connecticut, now Bridgeport, Connecticut, as well as in Harlem, New York. He's still doing the educational thing. He's certainly doing that, but he's made the leap to doing a talk show. And I look forward to fully supporting him, as I strongly recommend that you do too, as he is covering he's covering issues that affect us all, that affect us all. And certainly we may, in looking at his new talk show, may find some things that are holding us back, and there may be some information that it will help us out as well. So again, yours truly for Dr. Steve Perry's new talk show, Breakthrough with Dr. Steve Perry, debuting on Fox TV, January 7, 2019. This is yours truly, Randee Ran, and thank you for the time. Okay, and we're back. Today we have the very distinct honor and pleasure of having returned to the show Dr. Steve Perry. He's the founder of Capital Preparatory School in Hartford, Connecticut, as well as in Harlem, New York. And he is the host of the new talk show, Breakthrough with Dr. Steve Perry, which debuts Monday, January 7, 2019, on Fox TV. And of course, he's a very good friend of the show. Welcome to the show, Dr. Perry.
Randee Ran, thank you so much for having me back. It feels good to be home.
Oh, great, man. Great to have you here as always. We're going to get right to it and do it. And if you could please tell and describe to us about your new talk show.
So it's a new year, new you. Why not have a breakthrough? That's basically what this is about. Every single one of us has something that we're trying to work through, whether it be with a partner or within ourselves. So breakthrough is about creating opportunities for people to uncover the greatness within them by removing the blockages that are in front of them.
You recently stated that there's something holding us all back. While every approach may be different to arriving at our individual breakthrough moments, there's also something we learn about ourselves along the way. Do you agree?
There's something that we do, and we know we do it. We know we do it. That is standing in the way of our goals, whether it be a weight loss goal, a professional goal, a relationship goal, raising a parenting goal, an education goal, whatever the case may be. Everyone has goals that they wish to achieve. But for some reason or another, we've accepted, on some level, become complicit with the barriers that lie ahead of us. So we all have something that holds us back. Those very same things that hold us back give us the opportunity to prove just how great we are. When the idea of a show named Breakthrough that would allow me to be part of people's uncovering their greatness came to me, I mean, that just felt like work to me.
Okay, now, what can your viewing audience expect from your new TV talk show?
When you think you know how it's going to end, you don't. It's unscripted to the core. When I read the notes on the guest, I see a woman whose husband killed himself less than 2 years ago.
Wow.
She has 2 small children. I think, oh my God, what does one say to her, right? You can't say, well, just keep your head up because, right, that's insensitive. Or you'll get over it, because I don't know that she'll get over it. I don't know what's going to happen. So we have to find out how it is that she can make her way through that. And when you see how Cassie makes her way through it, you're going to be blown away. When I have two guests who reach out to me, one is a younger brother and his older sister, and she's alleging that he stole the money from her. Well, you figure, yeah, I know how this one's going to end, right? You don't. You're blown away, because I will. We have a husband whose wife says that he cheated on her. You're going to be blown away how it goes. The young man who comes in with his mother, who he's 14 and she's not, you think to yourself, this one's easy. The little boy's being real reckless with his mouth, saying things like drink bleach, calling her a fat hoe, all this stuff. You think, oh, this one's going to go down. You don't. So what can you expect? The absolute unexpected. You can rest assured that you're going to need to sit still. You're going to need to watch it in order to figure out how it goes. And along the way, what you'll find is that I take an even approach. I'm just calling balls and strikes, brother. My job is not to judge anybody at all. Not the woman who comes and she's 27 years old and she's $100,000 in debt. I'm not here to judge her. I want to help her, but I'm not there to judge her. Because ultimately what I want the viewer to come away with is to understand that everybody's going through something. Ain't nobody throwing chairs. Ain't nobody cursing nobody out. In fact, when the little boy was starting to be reckless with his mouth, kids don't cuss around me. That's because I'm not their friend. Mm-hmm. So we corrected that. And other behaviors. But on the same token, I'm not one of those rah-rah in your face. It's just not me. It's not scared straight. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do my job. I'm sitting here in an office here in one of our schools in New York, our Harlem school. Mm-hmm. I can't get up in kids' faces like that.
Sure.
Who does that? I mean, who wants me getting in their son's face? For real, who really wants that? That's not cool. You're going to be really, 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 really surprised.
Now, I'm interested. What convinced you to take the leap into a new TV talk show?
That's a great question, because it took a lot of conversations to get me to say yes, if you want my honest answer. That's a great question, because it took a lot of conversations to get me to say yes, if you want my honest answer. This is almost a year now, almost 2 years in the making. My first answer was not yes. I don't have a TV agent or anybody trying to sell me or pitch me to TV stations and networks. Mm-hmm. I've never fancied myself a daytime talk show host. I'm an educator and a social worker. I'm a father, husband, friend. But I never fancied myself that. I was a fan, where I could watch it. But daytime TV had gotten so disgusting that I couldn't watch it, like on a holiday or something like that, get home.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it without feeling bad about myself. I mean, really, I'm not even, and it's not because I'm so highbrow. It's just because it just felt wrong. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It'd be one thing if it was like wrestling, like my grandfather used to call it wrestling. It'd be one thing if it was like wrestling. It's fake, so you can't really, when the Iron Sheik starts calling people names, you're like, it's the Iron Sheik. He don't really mean that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I watched the daytime space, it was just so god awful. It is so god awful. It is on so many levels with people just really mistreating people. I didn't want any parts of that. And what it came down to at the end of the day was there's some fantastic people that I met at CBS who are the people who produced the show for Fox. Fantastic. I mean, really just wonderful women who work there. Really wonderful women. I can't say enough about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the thought is and was, well, if I can create more visibility for thoughtful conversations, especially led by Black people, I want to do that. And then, of course, with it, I guess nothing that you say goes without saying, ever goes without saying, so I will say it. I want people to see our schools. I ain't fronting. I want people to know that I work at Capital Prep, that I work with kids now in the Bronx, in Harlem, and Bridgeport, and we even have some kids in Hartford still. That even those kids that I don't directly work with, I serve their families and their communities. We're in a time now where many people are afraid of speaking their mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because all you need, and I please know, I'm not defending this woman under any circumstance. I'm simply using this as an example. Megyn Kelly said something. Call it egregious, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will. Should she lose everything for it? Wow. That's a lot. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It just feels like who among us, if followed around day in and day out, has not and will not say something that someone who is looking for something bad to say about us can't use in that context. I don't want that level of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So for as long as this lasts, and I say it that way, for as long as this lasts,
sure,
I will be true to thyself.
We are speaking with Dr. Steve Perry. He's the founder of Capital Preparatory School in Hartford, Connecticut, and in Bridgeport, Connecticut, as well as Harlem, New York. He's the host of a new talk show, Breakthrough with Dr. Steve Perry, which debuts Monday, January 7, 2019 on Fox TV. And of course, he's a very good friend of the show, and he's very gracious to give us some of his very valuable time today. Dr. Perry, moving on to relationships, they break apart at some point, a lot of them. In your opinion, why are some couples reluctant to stick it out and make it work?
That's a really wonderful question. I mean, really, I appreciate you asking that question.
Thank you.
On Breakthrough, that's one of the questions that we seek to answer. First of all, we've defined a successful relationship. We'll start with marriage as forever. And I don't know that I agree with that. I think that a successful relationship is one in which the participants are happy and that their participation has made them happier. That's a successful relationship. The first part is I think that we have to redefine what happiness looks like in terms of relationships. The second part is I think that there are quite a number of people who, every wedding I've ever been to, I believed the people when they stood in front of us and said that they did. Every single time. Not one time did I go thinking, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Every time I believed them.
Mm-hmm.
But few people are ever given access to marriage, other people's marriage. And so when you get in one, it's like, oh, snap. Really? I got to do that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone who's ever been married for any real length of time who hasn't done some things or isn't currently doing some things, whether it's dealing with some decisions that their partner made or that they've made, that are not humiliated. You can't be married for a long period of time and not be humiliated. Said differently, in order to be married for a long period of time, you have to deal with humiliation. You have to. You have to. A lot of people don't want to deal with that. A lot of people say, yeah, I'm good. This doesn't mean that much to me. I'm not judging them. I'm just telling you why I think it is so.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason is because too many of us are not committed to being able to put the person we love's feelings at, or in some cases, above ours. I'm not talking about diminishing yourself or diminishing the returns that you want on life. What I am saying is when you're with someone and you know what matters to them and you want them to be happy, well, you know what matters to them, and you want to be in a happy relationship, you have to accept that you have to do the things that that person cares about. You can't just skip over everything.
Spoken like a true married man. Oh, my God.
22 years.
God bless you.
22 years. And so I don't hear nothing. It always tickles me when people who are not married talk about marriage. I just want to, like, shut up, man. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't.
Yeah.
It'd be like me sitting down saying to a woman, man, it ain't that hard being a woman. Man, you better shut up. I ain't never been a woman. And it'd be like me using as data, well, I've known a lot of women. Well, you ain't one,
Yep.
so you don't know.
So you don't know.
And I take it one step further. Every single couple is different. And I don't care if that woman is your best friend or that man is your brother or your best friend or both or your colleague or your pastor or the parishioner. You don't know what's going on in that house. You don't know. You straight don't know. I don't care if every time you see them out, he seems like he's mad. That doesn't mean he's mean. It may mean that she's good at picking at him.
That's
There's
right.
a couple that we had on there, and there's a couple we had on Breakthrough that you're going to see. And you see her sit next to him, and you think, oh, my God, why is he being such a jerk? Well, listen. Just listen to what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying some real low-key, arrogant stuff towards him. She's saying some real, like, subversively disrespectful things. Look, I'm comfortable with the fact you gained so much weight. Oh, wow. Is that a compliment? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
The point is that I don't know what's going on in someone's marriage. Marriage is a sacred, secret institution. It is the most secretive of all institutions. I don't care if you put a camera in somebody's house, you don't know what's going on.
Sure.
In the house.
That's right.
You just don't. And you've seen it, right?
Yep.
You know it.
Yep. Married.
Because
yep.
sometimes, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
No, I've been married for 17 years, and you are certainly preaching to the choir. You know, you don't know what's going on in that household. You have no idea.
You don't. Just because they got to the holiday party, and it seems like, you see her faces rolling from crying, and he doesn't seem like, you think, wow, what did he do? I don't know that he did anything. I don't know what happened in the car. I don't know. But I tell you what, I know what I don't want to do is jump in the middle of something that I don't know about. All I can do is say, hey, y'all good? You going to be all right? If there's anything I can do, let me know. Because I don't want to intrude. I don't want to impose. Because I don't want you doing that to me.
We have been speaking with Dr. Steve Perry, who's the founder of Capital Preparatory School in Hartford, Connecticut, as well as Bridgeport, Connecticut, and in Harlem, New York. He's the host of the new talk show, and I can't wait to see this, folks. Breakthrough with Dr. Steve Perry, which debuts Monday, January 7, 2019 on Fox TV. And, of course, he's a friend of the show. And he's been very gracious to give us some of his very valuable time today. And Dr. Perry, at this point in the interview, I always ask my guests to plug whatever projects they are involved in. But I can just imagine the first thing you want to plug is your new show. So have at it.
I am going to plug two things if I can. I'm
Okay.
always going to plug Capital Prep Schools.
Yes.
It's everything. So there's that. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to take the lessons I've learned at Capital Prep Schools to have my own talk show on Fox. And it is Breakthrough with Dr. Steve Perry. It premieres on January 7th. Check your local listings. And if it is not airing in your community, please notify your Fox affiliate. Whatever Fox station you have in your community, if it's not airing, please notify them, because very often we as a community say that we want more black people on TV doing positive things, and then we get one, we got to support us.